slowing down the pace of your breath. Take a long inhale and a long exhale. Now, as you get slowness of the in-breath, now start to focus on drawing out the exhalation. So slowing down the out-breath. So equalizing the in and the out breath. Long, steady breath in and a slow, steady breath out. Then the awareness to the root, the base of your spine, where your pelvic floor muscles are situated between the legs. Take your time to focus on those muscles. Visualize, feel awareness, the muscles that assist and help us in going to the toilet. Starting to squeeze and lift those muscles. So we inhale, draw the breath in, everything lifts. On the exhale, we're going to start to squeeze the pelvic floor muscles, drawing the belly in as we lift through the pelvic floor. So deep inhale. Exhale, focus, lifting, drawing the energy in and up, using the strength of those pelvic floor muscles. And one last time, I'd like you to hold from the pelvic floor, tighten those muscles between the legs and thighs, and start to focus on drawing the belly button in and lifting the chest forward. So the back is straight, the shoulders are down. Depending if you're sitting or lying, just make sure you have that alignment from the tailbone all the way through the spinal column and up through the crown of the head. So the head comes back, the ears in line with the shoulders, and the shoulders are relaxed, so there's a length between the ears and the shoulders. Lengthen as we draw the belly in and start to lift through the crown of the head as we draw the navel in. Feel that awareness and the connection through the spine, the muscles around the core. Relaxing the shoulders, inner thighs, and just aware, just feeling it, feeling that length through the column. Drawing the belly in, feeling the rib cage lift from the hips. So start to really lift up, extending the space between the hips and the ribs, but connecting those core muscles, pulling in from the waist and securing your base. Just breathing within the top of the spine, the chest and the lung space now. Isolating and holding that breath there. Medial bandai or pelvic floor recrusion. I'm going to use that in the next few moments. Now relax. Take a little stretch if you're on the floor, arms over the head. If you're seated, still stretch the arms over the head. But if you're lying down, come up to a seated position and we shall begin. So we're going to use a strap today. We are going to go through a warm-up of sun salutations, and I'll tell you when to switch on the pelvic floor muscles and work into those muscle groups here. So let's go into all fours first of all. Can you join me there? So hands underneath the shoulders, spread the fingers, knees underneath the hips. So you want to lengthen the spine again. So again, we're focusing, drawing the belly in, shoulders back. So we don't want to arch, we don't want to hyperextend, we want to keep the belly pulled in. So when we do an inhale, we're still supporting the belly, drawing the navel in. We're looking towards the ceiling, dropping the shoulders and elbows back. Then as we draw the breath away, we draw the tummy under and the chin under to look towards the navel. So support the belly, inhale, look up, strong through the belly, supporting the spine, and then we release, going towards the navel. So inhale, exhale. So again, starting that movement from the base of our spine, the tailbone upwards, making a way through our body as we circle and sweep under. C and S shape combines. Last time. As we draw the belly in, shrug the shoulders down and let them place onto the spine and then press with the little fingers. Draw the belly in, tuck your toes, take an inhale, lift, downward facing. As we downward face, we're just going to try and push the floor away through our hands and lift our hips higher whilst lifting the belly button to spine. So press into your fingers, try and draw your shoulders back, lift your hips high, really extend the fingers all the way to the hip bones there through the spine. Bend your knees if you need to get that stretch in your body because you're not doing the stretch in the leg. Lengthen through your belly. Take an inhale, we're going to do a warm up here, tiptoe forward, draw the navel in, hold from the belly, come all the way down. So you have an option here. You can either hold with your knees hovering above the mat or lower. Engage belly, inhale, lift, exhale, press back. That's our sequence. We're engaging the belly. So you can come all the way down to the floor if you want to. Otherwise, if you can secure and hold, you're going to drop the shoulders, keep the head and neck in line as you bring your knees just hovering above the mat. So not pressing onto the floor. So you're hovering your knees above, using your core muscles. Or if you need to, you take a breather and lower the knees to the floor. Or if you'd rather, you come back to downward facing. So we exhale, we lengthen through, drop the shoulders, hold. Pull in through the belly, lift up, energize through the core. Stabilize the pelvis by drawing that breath in strong and try and lengthen as we push into a stretch. We go from strengthening, resourceful through the muscles, and pushing and pressing back and releasing. Tiptoe forward, draw the navel in, round through the lower back, hold through the spine, drop the elbows, don't lock. Once more. If we can, we're going to hold, breath in, breath out. So can you see I need to bring my shoulders down and bring tailbone under, my shoulders and back of hips in line. Drawing my belly in and really fixing the belly to spine, tucking my tailbone under to find the security. Gently lower my knees to the floor, take a breath in. I'm going to bring my left leg to the side. So now my foot is facing down. So I've got one leg extended, one leg bent. I'm just going to do a little cat and cow here. So inhale, exhale. If you can, draw your belly in, tuck the tailbone under, and if you're able to, point your toe and lift off the floor. Bring it all the way behind you, and then all the way across to the opposite side, and draw the toes under. So you've got your leg extended, toes touching the floor and under, and then you look towards the toes, okay? So you're placing the foot on the floor, pressing through, extending into the stretch side of the body. Inhale, lift up. Bend the knee, draw the knee back underneath the hip for tabletop. Shoulders back, take an inhale. Again, we're going to do the other side. So now you can either have the outside edge of the foot or the foot flat on the floor on the opposite leg extended from the hip. We can do a cat and cow move. Once more. And then as we flat and straighten the back, we're going to point the toe, lift, inhale, lift if you can. Exhale, come all the way through, or you drag the foot through instead of lifting if you don't get that energy to lift. And then it comes all the way over to the other side, tucking the toes, draw the navel in and look towards the heel. And then inhale, draw the belly in, bend the knee, exhale, release, tuck the toes under, downward facing. So I'm just going to adjust the screen so you can see me a bit better. Actually, I'm going to move back a little bit, give myself some more space. So you can see me for the sun salutes, okay? So you know your variants of sun salutes, or solutions. It's been a long day. So you choose which one you'd like to do or start with. So let me turn some lights on here. Shoulders back, chest lifted, belly button to spine. Squeeze a little bit from your thighs and bring your legs together. Draw the kneecap up, take an inhale, reach up. Exhale, we fold forward. So we soften the knees and we fold forward. Bring your fingertips to the floor and lift your hips up high. Then come into a tabletop position, shoulders back and look forward. So again, engage in the abs. Exhale, push your hands down. Place your hands either side of the foot and then step into your plank position. So again, reaffirming that movement we first started off with. If you want to, you do a little bit of movement here. It's up to you. Make sure your thighs are working together. Inhale, shoulders back. Then we're going to lower our knees slowly to the floor. If you take your time, you feel more activation in your core. Now from here, feet go flat, take an inhale and lower your chest. Elbows come into the side. Lift the chest forward, look forward. Draw your shoulders back, engage your belly. Tuck your toes, inhale. Exhale, push off. Downward facing dog. Breathe and hug. Take an inhale from here. The right leg comes high. And the right leg steps through the hands and forward. So you can help it. Drop the knee to the floor and inhale, reach up to stretch. Exhale, hands either side. Again, drawing through the belly, lift from the tummy, lift the leg up, engage the knee. Make your legs active as you slowly bring the legs together. Roll the thighs towards each other, take an inhale. Exhale, when you can, the slower you go, the harder it's going to feel. Work-wise, knees to floor. And then from knees to floor, toes onto the floor, inhale. Exhale, lower the chest, rise forward, gazing forward. Inhale, exhale, push downward facing. And then lift. Left leg high, left leg through, right knee down. Inhale, reach up, stretch through the fingers. Exhale, hands either side and step straight into downward facing now. So lift, extend, lift the hip bones high. Take a breather. Now walk your feet towards your hands and we start the process all over again, a little bit faster. Inhale. Reach up, squeeze from the buttocks. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, flat back or tabletop, gaze up. Exhale, hands either side. Step into your plank, shoulders back, chest lifted. Slowly lower your knees to the floor. When the knees lower, you lower the chest. Inhale, look up. Exhale, push back. Downward facing. Downward facing. Right leg high. Right leg through. Forward. Lower the left. Inhale, reach up. Squeeze buttocks. Hands either side. Step through to plank. Shoulders back. Bracing those abs. Hold strong. Lower your knees. Lower the chest. Lift the heart forward. Inhale, exhale, push from the floor, downward facing. Now, lift left leg high, left leg through, dropping the back knee. Inhale, reach up. Hands go either side, step to the downward facing, and then we go all the way through again. So I know most of you are pros anyway at this one. So what we're going to do here is do our harder version. So exhale, fold forward. You can stick with the previous if you want. Inhale, flat back, shoulders back, belly button spine. Either step or jump. Now we go into this hold staff pose, chest down, and drive forward to upward facing. You don't have to, you can go down and lower the knees, and then roll back, lifting, right leg high, and right leg through, straight up to the high lunge. Shoulders back. Activate your core muscles. Reach out through the fingers. Exhale, hands either side. Step to the plank. Ready to go to staff or lower to the floor. Inhale. Rise up. Exhale, tuck the toes. Lift left leg high. Good. Left leg comes through. Stepping it forward. Rise on up. Reach through the fingers. Deep breath in. Find that pose. Find that strength. Hands either side. Step back, downward facing, reset. Option to jump, so if you're going to jump, bend your knees, look towards your hands, or you walk forward. So soften the knees, bring forward. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward. Let's go again. Inhale, reach up, shoulders back, flat back. Exhale, down, step or jump, staff or to the floor. Inhale, exhale, lift right leg, step right leg through, rise up, hold and reach, strong through the body. Exhale, hands either side, step or jump through. Good. Left leg rises, leads the move. Inhale, exhale forward, inhale, come up. Stretch, activate your tummy muscles, lift from the back heel. Hands either side, step, downward facing, jump or walk forward. Inhale, adding on. I know you want to do some stretching, so let's get through this. Exhale. Inhale, look up. Exhale, down, step or jump. All the way up, floating forward. Exhale. Right leg. Through the hands. Reach up. Now from here, let's add on. We're going to pivot the back foot. So we're going to add on here. Back foot into warrior two. We're not going to spend here too long, okay? The front hand comes up and we draw all the way down into exultant. From exultant down into right angle. You want to work a little bit harder. Arm comes out in front, secure from your belly, pushing down through that back leg. Hold. Inhale, all the way back up, warrior two, palm up, exultant. Again, elbow bent to the floor, overhead. Other arm can either come through or forward. Breathe. Secure the back leg. Inhale, wind all the way up. Front hand up and down. Back to warrior two. Straighten the leg. Inhale, exhale, windmill over. Hold here. Maybe lower if you're not going to add on the extended version. If you want to stay here, then fine. If you want to go lower, then fine. But if you stay higher up, then you can do that more strengthening version. You don't want to put too much pressure on your lower back by going too low down. So the bottom arm comes forward. You try to not allow your body to twist and rotate. Then to come out, you bend the front knee, roll forward, lift to the warrior two. Right angle, floor, reach up, forward if you want, or around and overhead, back into warrior two, palm up, exultant. Then we're going to pivot, so bring our body straight over the hips. Hands to heart center. Get ready, shoulders back, pivot on the back foot or step or jump into that forward hold of the lunge. Reach on up, forward, step through. Let's go through our postures. Either down or knees to floor. Upward facing squeeze from the butt. Now, lift. Left leg high. Left leg leads straight to that high lunge. Reach up, stabilize, draw your belly in, find that strength. In a warrior. Then pivot back foot. I'm going to be facing away from you, so keep going. Shoulders back, hold. Warrior two. Warrior two, palm goes up, exultant or reverse warrior. Stretch all the way up. Keep your body stretching. Way over the center. Warrior two. Front elbow bends, come down. Either all the way for the right angle, or if you can, hand goes around the body or in front to hold. Inhale, slowly rise up. Warrior two, palm up, exultant. Let's do it again. Warrior two. Palm or elbow comes down, palm goes overhead, hugging around the waist or arm goes forward. Roll up, warrior two. Exultant. Warrior two. Straight leg, push the hips back, angle the arms over Push down through the back floor, take an inhale if you can. If you're not lowering, reach the arm forward and hold. Micro bend the front knee to roll and come up to warrior two. Palm goes up, reach to exultant. Back to warrior two, stabilize. Front elbow down, reach up. Can turn without twisting that body around. Inhale once more. Rotate back foot, get ready. Hands overhead, hands to heart center. Rotate, step your hands in front and into downward facing. Take a breather. Now we warm. Tiptoe. Let's do a little bit of stabilizer here. So you can either come down to your knees, have a look if you're not sure, hold in that plank position. And then once I think we're warm enough, we'll go through into those stretches that you've requested, okay, girls? So from here, optional. If you're going to do it off the knees, you want to bring your feet wide. Right hand comes center, left arm comes extending forward, and then wraps behind you if you can. Drop the hips, hold and breathe, while lifting through your heels, bringing the knees to the thighs. So you've got a couple of options here. So if you're not sure, come back, come down to your knees, but go wider, and then bring your right hand center, arm forward, keep your hips parallel, and then rotate from the shoulder, drop the hips, breathe. Squeeze from the bottom. So you have a couple of options here. So if you haven't done that already, right arm forward, shoulders back, draw the belly. So again, left arm comes center. Come up if you're not already there in plank position. Push off the knees. Right arm comes forward, left arm stabilizes, drop the hips, hold, breathe. So again, you can do this on the knees if you want to. Push from the floor, hands go center. Walk both feet in, take an inhale. Exhale, upward. Whoa. Inhale, down and downward facing. Hold for a breath. So let's get those legs ready for some deep stretching. From here, I'd like you to bring your left foot flat with your knee slightly bent. So you're in down dog, your left foot is flat and your knee slightly bent. Have a look at your foot. Make sure it's not curling in or your toes are lifting off. So you've got your foot flat to the ground. Now what we're going to do is walk our hands in and we're going to keep the left foot where it is. We walk onto our fingertips, so we're pressing into the left foot, and then we're going to start to lengthen the left leg. Okay, so you might want to come up a little bit higher. See how you feel here. All right, we're going to start getting into a deep stretch here. And then if you can, tiptoe, right leg forward. So your ball of the foot is flat to the ground, tiptoeing, and just level with the toe of the left foot. If you need to go a little bit further, please do. Otherwise, from here, you're going to start to bring your head down towards your right knee, keeping your left leg straight. If you can do that, great. If you can, add on a bit more. Wrap your hands around your right leg and hug yourself into that leg. Keep the tiptoes up, straighten that left leg without gripping the toes. Breathe in and keep holding. If not, you can always relax your arms down. You choose your option. So both legs are stable, very able, pushing through the heel on the back leg and the ball of the foot on the front leg, hugging your knees down. Take a breather. Now from here, we're going to just bend your left leg and walk your right leg maybe foot length forward. If you are not very flexible, go a bit further, okay? So it's about foot length forward, my right leg. I'm going to straighten both legs. And I'm going to make sure that I am keeping my back straight. So if I'm starting to round because I'm leaning forward, too much pressure, I need to walk up my leg. But if you can stay down here without rounding your shoulders too much, we want to do a little bit of a back bend. So shoulders back before we do that. So we're pushing the hips back, looking forward, and pressing our way into the heels with straight legs. So we're going to come up a little bit more, push your hips back and get that stretch all the way through the back of the leg. If you're feeling in the knee, slightly bend your front knee, slightly. Okay, rest, but don't put pressure on that thigh. You should start to feel your balance imploding a little bit. Now, roll forward, round from your back, nose to knee on the front leg. Look between the legs, drop the shoulders, breathe. You can straighten the legs up, lifting the kneecaps to the thigh, breathe. Breathe. Relax the toes, breathe. Weight in the heels, push down. So we're working the back chain of the legs, the posterior chain, back body to stretch. Now, bend your knees, come up into your fingertips, step both legs back, so both feet are now level. Soften your knees, push your hips back, and then bring your chest onto your thighs and wrap your hands around the back of your thighs. Take an inhale, if you can, straighten, but hug the legs. Straighten your legs, hugging the legs, then bend. Exhale. Straighten. Lift. Release. Go on. Do it again. So soften here, look towards the floor, and then look towards your thighs as you lift up from the spine. Keep hugging into those legs as you do, so your chest doesn't come off. So you might not find you can straighten your legs fully. That's fine. Inhale. Exhale. Drop the shoulders. One last time, we're going to bend the knees, and then we're going to switch sides over. So if you need to come up a little bit, if it feels too much pressure for your back, or you're getting lightheaded, come up, or just support yourself halfway up with your head slightly lifted. You choose. So we're going to do the same thing now. This time, we're going to get that super stretch in the right side. So right foot is now going to be our stretch. So let's push right foot to the floor, flat to the floor. Walk your fingers, and you're just going to press and get that stretch there. So the knee is then slightly bent, but you have your weight in that heel. You're going to start to lift your left foot forward. So your toe, or your ball of your foot, is just in line with the toes on the right there. Okay, so you're going to bend it, take a breath in, and then you're going to straighten it. If you need a little bit more space, then you straighten it. Take your weight into it. Put your weight into your stretching leg, your right side. So you're lifting through your left, activating head. If you can, here's the next stage, is wrapping your hands around and hugging into the left. Chest lifted. Straighten up your right, don't let your toes grip. If you can, go a little bit further. See what helps to lift the hips and get into that stretch. A couple more breaths here, hugging in if you need to, and stability as well, so fixing the core, all those extra muscles working for you. Good. And then releasing. Now, soften both knees, fingertips to the floor to give yourself support. And again, this is where we're going to step left leg either a foot length forward or a little bit longer if you do not have flexibility and you can't keep your knees straight. You go further forward. Otherwise, drop the shoulders, inhale. I'm going to start to walk up the legs. So I want to push my hips back, straighten my back, and lift so my shoulders are the same line as my hips. So there's a right angle at my hip, and my shoulders are extending from the hip. I'm drawing my belly in to stop me rocking my hips forward, back and forward, and keeping my place even through the front and back leg. So look forward, take a breath in, draw the belly in, straighten the legs, lift the kneecaps if you can. A couple of breaths, brace those legs, brace that breath. Embrace it, embrace it. If you can, start to then fold forward, either hands to the floor or on that front leg, and you just then drop the head, tuck it in. And if you can, once you get to that position, if that feels good, stay there. Don't let your toes grip, and walk through nose to knee. Breathe. Go further. Then lifting your kneecaps, not blocking the legs out. It's quite intense. And soften your knee. Step now both feet forward. So we're doing slightly different here. Bend your knees. Hang forward. So you're resting your chest on your thighs like we did previously, but we're stepping forward instead of backwards. Hang forward, take a breath in. Now, we're going to step our legs wide. Straighten the legs. Bring your feet mat width apart and heels slightly out, and then hang forward. So you're pushing your heels away. Toes facing in, your feet are mat width apart. So you're pushing through the heels, toes in, hanging forward, straighten the legs. Bend the legs. Really push from the outside of the feet so your knees go out in this position, and then straighten and lift. Come onto your fingertips, straighten through, push through the floor, and then bend your knees, push your heels out and fold forwards. And get your chest to your thighs. Knees can go slightly in, but your heels need to go out. Straighten the legs onto your fingertips. Look forward, push the floor away, shoulders back. Once more, bend the knees slightly and push out through the heels to activate the outside of the feet. Try and bring your chest towards your thighs, even if it means you're coming off the floor slightly. Inhale, straighten the legs, walk your fingers forward, shoulders back, chest lifts. And now, bend your knees, walk your hands forward, give yourself a bit of support. Then as you come on tiptoes, you want your feet still mat width apart, turn your knees out, lower your knees to the floor. So your knees are mat width apart, your feet are just going to come flat, you're going to push back onto your heels and come slowly down with the chest to the floor. So you're pushing your weight back. So you've got space to bring your chest down to the floor if you can. Feet are wide apart, knees are wide apart. Toes can come in slightly if that helps to get your butt down. Breathe and lower chest. Take a couple of breaths. Stretch those fingers out. Lengthen through the body. Become really passive in this stretch. Particularly if your hip flexors are tight, become very passive in this stretch and just let the weight on the top of the crease of the thigh, the top of the hip there, reduce as you just allow the weight and gravity to take over. So take a couple of breaths. Relax your legs. Undo all that sitting, that doing of nothingness here. Just a few breaths. This is uncomfortable. You can always bring your legs in and sit on your legs and heels if you'd rather. Or if you need to come up slightly, come up onto your forearms and give yourself a little bit of a breather. Okay, so you work to whichever suits you. A couple of deep breaths now. Bear it and see if you can loosen off, drop into it a little bit more, easing into it. Finding that stretch, finding that point where you can go a little further with ease, but you're noticing it. We're going to do some shoulder stretching here. So slowly walk your hands up, sitting on your bottoms. You have a choice now, whether or not you sit cross-legged or legs out in front, but we're going to warm up the shoulders and get deep into the shoulders here, okay? And then we'll come back to a little bit of lower body. How are we doing for time? I think we're doing all right. So either legs cross or legs forward. If you've got a strap, great. If not, don't worry too much. You can still do this. Just visualize you have a strap, don't worry. So you wrap the strap around your knuckles and you keep it quite broad, quite wide. And all we're going to do, so again, options. You don't have to do the backwards. You want to pull on the strap, inhale, over, exhale, behind. So if that's not suitable for you, so I'm a bit tense there. So I need to just ease on into it because I don't want to keep pushing my chest forward and getting into my chicken head or my nodding dog head. I need to keep stability and stabilize it so I can release my shoulders and everything isn't just making way for them. I need to make sure I break into those shoulders a little bit. Not break the shoulders, break into them. Make sure I get the mobility. So I'm putting on the strap. If you can't do that, it's overhead and down. If you don't have a strap or a drawstring or dressing gown cord, then I would just suggest you do a couple of stretching over. Okay, so you've got a couple of things going on. All right, so you choose which suits you. So a couple more because we are going to work. If you have got a strap, that would be handy to get it now because we're going to do some deeper stretches in the shoulder. We need to really warm those shoulders up. Couple more. Then strap those around the back of the neck, shoulders back, reach both arms up. Bit of a strengthener here. So one arm extends, so this is my right arm. I'm going to just wrap it around. So I'm not going to try and pull it in. So I want to keep my chest broad. So I'm reaching up, keeping the broadness of my belly button in. And then when I bring that arm around, I'm resisting with this extended arm. Stop me collapsing inwards. And I lift the chest and I'm pulling the bent arm over to this direction of that arm. And the other arm is reaching up and extending, trying to pull away. So I drop the shoulders, take it inhale. And I'm going to reach it down to the side, still keeping the activity in the arms there. That push and pull technique. Back to center and over. a little bit strengthening because we don't want to go straight in to cold shoulders, although, yes, I know we have gone into some movement patterns. We want to make sure they're ready to stabilize, protect before we go into some deep stretches. So here and center. So again, resisting, pulling up, pulling down. Once more, so you're not trying to get a lateral flexion. So you're not trying to get yourself here. It's working and activating the arms and across the chest here. So last time, back to center. Bent arm comes down. And you're going to ease it behind you, keeping your chest lifted. Reach to between the shoulder blades if head comes up. Now, you can ease on into it and draw it back a little bit more, broadening the chest, lifting the belly. You have your strap and band. Now is a good time for this back arm to hold onto it to give you a little bit more of a base here. So we can hold it here if you want to. If you're able to, this arm wraps around behind you, holds onto the base of the string, and it walks itself up to maintain that stretch and deepen it so it comes across front and back of the shoulder. So I'm going to turn around so you can see. So the top arm was feeding, and the opposite arm came around from the side, rotation at the shoulder, which is what we started to do, and starts to walk without my body twisting up towards it. Shoulders back, breathe. I'm going to try and walk the hands a little closer towards each other. Going a little deeper if you can, head stays back. Gently release the strap, unwind, take your time, send the arms out, shoulders back. Now, fix this again, other side. So extend the arms up, activate through the chest and spine. Opposite hand now comes across. So this is active, pulling and retracting there. Take your head back, take an inhale, head is in the middle. Exhale, come over, strengthen and lengthen the arms, inhale. So you don't want to feel any more resistance on one side, so no much force pulling or resisting it on one side than the other, because what you'll find is then you collapse and you're not working into the arms and shoulders, you're not strengthening. You're just pulling and maybe endangering that shoulder. So you can ease up a little bit if it's too much pressure on the shoulder. Once more. Center. Now, then elbow comes down. Other hand reaches to assist it to get reached between the shoulder blades. Drop your shoulders, head goes back. Inhale, draw the navel in and reach through those fingers all the way down. You can ease it a little bit more on the exhale, but keep your head back. Looking forward, draw the belly in, lengthen. To 2 deep breaths. Once more. And again, strap. Hand is on the strap here. That's that back of that arm behind the head. And then we're going to rotate at the shoulder, reach for the strap and take a breath in. And then start to walk those fingers towards each other. So this is my harder side. Let's see how I can go. I don't think I'm going to get very far on this one. More the right side, a bit more challenging here. So I'm going to walk this hand down, try and get a bit more on that right arm. Can't really walk it any further. It's just kind of stuck there. Which means if there's a sticking point, it's probably likely there's either a bone or something in the way that's inhibiting it, which is a keen highlight to say that is your limit. Okay, do not ignore that. Do not try and push past that. You will feel the physical obstacles in your body. If you feel any giving or loosening and you can move a little bit more, it doesn't feel like it's a physical obstacle and it's just tightness, then you move into it a little bit more. And gently release. Something for the front of the shoulders now. So shoulders back, reach your fingers out, bend at the elbow. Just do a time check. Bend at the elbow. So you're going to bring your elbows forward, just in front of your shoulders and level with your shoulders. Draw your belly button in. You're going to bring one hand under and you're just going to scoop the other hand in and bring it center. So now you have the hands facing towards you and the palms towards you, and then you're going to turn palms away. Then if you can, you're going to try and bring the fingers onto the palms and then the top fingers reaching up. Now, if you can't do that, you just keep your back of your hands facing towards each other and pressing them towards each other. Otherwise, link at the top of the fingers if you can. Shoulders down, so retract, to press the shoulders, inhale, and reach the elbows up. So trying to press the shoulders, and then take a breath in with belly button in, and then lift the arms up. Try and reach the thumb to the crown of the head. Breathe in, exhale, go. So you go maximum, and as you feel that spreading of the shoulder blades, breathe into the back of the shoulders. So on the exhalation, so you can go a little further into it. Drag the shoulders, stretch up. Pectorals, chest muscles, as well, stretching in those armpits, as well as the shoulders. Breathe in, all that posture, correction, and then release. So remember, right arm was under, so the left arm's going to reach under now. So it's correcting all those factors when we're sitting at a desk or doing anything, any kind of work that you're using your arms and your eyes, like download computers, phones. So now the left arm wraps around the right. Sit them facing the front, either the back of the hands if you can. Get your fingers to the palm or the longer arm. Shoulders retract, chest lift. And then you inhale, exhale, bring your hands over the head, thumbs towards the crown. Breathe in, exhale, lift. So you work within your restrictions and you're comfortable. Stay there without feeling pain. Last time. Slowly release the arms. Oh, stretch it out. Tall. Breathe in. So just roll those arms out. Whatever feels comfortable. Whatever feels good. Now, let's do some deep hip openers. We'll come back to some shoulders and some spinal twists. And that will be it for now. So this is slightly different to what we used to. It is a strong practice, but I know that we've been doing lots of other things where we might need to release a little bit more. So this is what we're going to do. So let's go back to all fours, chest lifted, and then push back to the heels. Take a breath now. Feel the stability of the shoulder blades as they retract. Press into your fingertips. Now from here, move forward. So we're going to mobilize the shoulders. Strengthen them up. If that doesn't feel secure, don't come down so low. Hinge from the hips, push. Release. You don't have to do too many of these. We're just getting the stability in the shoulder before we come through into lower body movement. So test it out. How far can you go? Strengthen those wrists. And stretch out those forearms. Keep your palms of your heel of your hand on the floor. Once more. Draw the belly in. And then as we sit back, right leg extends up. Keep your strap handy. And you're going to bring your right knee, yes, Jane, through the hands. Keep your hips level and then lower the back leg down, pressing through the floor with the toes, shoulders back, and then draw your belly in and lift your chest forward. If you're compressing your back, walk your hands forward. Don't do too much of a back bend. So get your hips level and draw your belly in. Inhale. Now from here, what we're going to do is try and pull this knee down. So try and pull the knee down. So can you see I'm pulling? It starts to sit into that butt a little bit. So I'm doing the pull down on the front leg, and then this leg, back leg, knee, is going to pull up. So it starts to lift, engaging my lower core muscles and my pelvic floor. So I'm going to pull down through this leg. At the same time, I'm going to pull up through that leg simultaneously. And I'm going to hold it. I'm going to tense. Keep my chest lifted, tense. Then I'm going to release both sides, and then it should drop my weight from floating downwards. And then do it again. Pull front knee towards you, back knee towards the midline. Hold. And then release, deactivate, and lower. We're trying to get a little bit more deeper into that stretch if we can by activation. So front knee, back knee coming towards the midline. And then lower. Option here, if you have a strap, you'll get around the foot, time to use it. Try not to push forward to do it if you can. Lift your leg up first. Then offer the strap if you have it, or you can use your hand if you can get that connection. Try not to do this, okay? Keep chest lifted, hold it there, shoulders back, breathe in, If you can't do that, the other option is to come to your elbows and then reach for your foot. So try and draw it in a little bit more if you can. And slowly release. Oh, I hate that one. Calm down forward. If you want a little strengthener here, it's up to you. You can tuck the toes on, you don't have to. You're going to lift the leg up whilst bringing your fingertips down and lifting the whole body off the floor just with your legs down on the floor. So it's up to you. Take an inhale, you can lift and hold, or you can just stretch forward. And slowly release, walk your hands back, either side of the front knee, draw the shoulders back, engage the shoulder blades, draw the belly and lift down facing. We're going to do the same thing the other side now, almost there. So now, left leg lifts up, left knee comes through the hands, dropping your weight center through the hips. So I'm keeping my strap near. Onto the toes at the front, shoulders back, breathe in, squeeze. So from here, what we need to make sure that we're doing, guys, is again the same thing. Do not compress the back. If it is, you walk your hands forward rather than pushing back. So can you see if I'm compressing, all the weight goes into the back because I'm lifting my hips. I don't want to be doing that. Can you see? So you bring your hands forward to not allow for that. So the front leg is being pulled down, front knee comes down, and the back knee. So this knee comes down to lift, that back knee comes into front, and it gives you a bit of elevation there. Work both legs, and then release. Energy comes down. Hips level, so you're releasing at the same time. Engage again. So front knee comes down, back knee comes up, shoulders back and down, hold. Squeeze, tense, and then release. Let's do one more then, guys. So last time, then we're going to go all the way to that stretch here. I'm going to hold it and release. And try not to push your weight forward if you've got your strap here. Now's the time to grab it. Look towards the back leg if you can't do it. If you can't look forward and hold on to it, then look towards the back leg. Otherwise, look forward and then use your strap to lift the chest, lift the head. Breathe in, breathe out. Always come to the floor if you need to. Slowly release. Oh, I hate that one. I know it does a good job. So you can either do the complete relaxing down, or you can tuck the toes under and lift. Let's see. So hands come forward onto your fingertips, onto your toes and knees. You can hold and breathe here, or you can lower completely to the floor. And then walk your hands back, either side. Lift your body off that front leg, step straight down facing. Take a couple of times to walk out your heels. Pedal the heels, lift the hips up, push the heels down. Should have a lot more space to work into, so really activate pedaling the legs. Bring the heel down, even with the knees bending the other leg a lot to bring the heel down. Keeping your back straight. Looking through the hands. And then try and target the heels down, straighten the legs, breathe. Last one. Tiptoe, knees to floor. Shoulders back, little cat and cow. We're going to sit on our bottoms. Feet on the ground. Last time. And then Make it onto your bottoms. Have your strap handy, you might need it. If you don't have a strap, it doesn't take more too much. Feet together. So I'll do this from a different angle. So you're going to go forward, feet out in front of you. Now, push your heels into the floor, make space around your hips. Draw your navel in, inhale, reach up. You're just going to reach for your toes first. We're going to do a couple of these toe reaches. So extend, shoulders back. Inhale, reach up. Try not to let your bare knees bent. Reach up and fold forward. Look towards your toes. Try and keep your arms level with your ears as you forward fold. Once more. Hold it in that forward stretch. If you can, use your strap if you can. And then we're going to do one twist, and then we're going to relaxation. So you're going to put your strap around the foot, shoulders back, and draw against it if you can to get a bigger stretch of the back of the body. So if you can, using your strap, shoulders back, lift a little higher, the stretch moving way through the back of the shoulders and body. Fold forward all the way down. Couple of breaths, relaxing into the forward stretch. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now soften. Walk back and slowly bring yourself lying down. We're going to just do a little twist. So we lie backs on the floor, knees bent. Keep your shoulders down. You're just going to bring your knees to one side, knees stacked. Inhale, center. Press the back into the mat and over to the other side. Exhale. Look in the opposite direction. Keep going, couple more each way. Last one. Or last few moments. To make sure you're even. About 10 seconds. So back to center. Hug your knees in. Make a circle if you want. Or just hold them. Ease off the pressure in the back. You can just roll the knees out and away. Feeling a little massage into your lower back. Or you can bring the knees apart and do the massage. Right. From here, if you can, take yourself down to the floor for a little relaxation, a little mindfulness. Moment now. Sometimes my screen light isn't too strong, so you won't be able to see me too well, which is probably good for some of you. We'll do a little meditation here whilst we can, whilst we're able to. So shoulders back, chest lifted. Start once again guiding your breath into the body. So drop the shoulders. Feel the breath. Relax. Take a moment just to switch down your thoughts. Inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the nose. Feel the connection between your body and the floor. Notice each point that connects your body to the floor. Begin to feel the heaviness of the body sinking into the floor. Now come to notice the breath. Feel the belly rise and fall. Feel the chest rise and fall. Begin to feel the lightness of the body as you bring awareness to your breath. The body is completely relaxed. The mind is completely aware. The body is feeling light. Bring awareness to the toes and feel the toes on the right foot. Envision your toes attached to your left foot. Left big toe, fourth toe, third toe, second toe, baby toe. The left foot, the heel, the sole of the foot, the ankle, the whole of the left foot. The right foot, the right big toe, fourth toe, third toe, second toe and baby toe. The right foot, the heel, the sole of the foot, the ankle, the whole of the right foot, both feet together. The left leg, the shin, the calf muscle, the knee, the thigh, the left buttock, the whole of the left leg. The right leg, the shin, the calf muscle, the knee, the thigh, the right buttock, the whole of the right leg, both legs together. The hips, the lower back, the middle back, the upper back, the whole back, the whole back, the whole back. Left shoulder blade, right shoulder blade, left shoulder, left upper arm, left elbow, left lower arm, left wrist, left hand, right shoulder, right upper arm, right elbow, right lower arm, right wrist, right hand, both arms together. The chest, the ribs, the belly, the whole of the front body, the whole of the front body, the whole of the front body. The neck, the back of the head, the forehead, the left eyebrow, the right eyebrow, the space in between the eyebrows, the left eye, the right eye, the left cheek, the right cheek, the jaw, the tongue, the lips, the chin, the whole throat, the whole of the head, the whole of the head together, the whole of the body together. Feel the lightness of the whole body together. Relax and feel heavy. Sink into the floor. Relax the whole body. Relax. Feel the body connected to the floor. Feel the awareness of your body. Begin to make small movements. And then open your eyes. Take a long inhale and stretch the arms out. Reach the arms over the head. Stretch the toes and legs out too. Stretch your whole body. Take a moment to slowly come up. Slowly come up to a seated position. Readjust your body. Take a moment now. As you slowly sit upright, take a long inhale and a long exhale. Bring that awareness back to the present, back to your breathing. In the next few moments, I'm going to switch the lights on so you can open your eyes. Take a long inhale and an exhale through the nose and mouth. Well done, everyone. It's cold when you cool down. That's the idea, isn't it? Hope you enjoyed it. Good to see that Sue got on as well. Starting to panic a little bit there. Hey, Jane.
Hello, thank you very much. That was very good. I needed that and realised how creaky and stiff I am.
Isn't until you do it, is it really? And you suddenly think, wow.